إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين. My dear brothers and respected elders and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with this religion of Islam. This religion Islam is meant to be embraced by the entire mankind. It is a religion which Allah has bestowed upon the entire mankind, and each and every one of the entire mankind, if only they wish to become a person who will attain success in their life in this world as well as in the hereafter, there is no choice but to embrace the religion of Islam. You may embrace any other religion other than religion of Islam. There is no force, for anyone to embrace the religion of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mentioned there is no compulsion in religion. In other words, Allah give us the choice while we are living in this world, either to embrace Islam or we are not willing to embrace Islam. It is our choice. But for every choice that we have made in this world, there is always repercussion to that. There is always consequences. Every action taken, there will be an outcome to the actions. Either evil action, evil outcome, or a good outcome. Every actions carry an outcome. So we can choose to do evil action. It's our choice. But if we choose to do the evil action, that means we have chosen to have an evil repercussion or evil consequences, and that is fair. That is just. Who asked you to make the wrong choice? To do evil action? None, except you yourself. Allah will not force you to do evil action. Neither He force you to do good action. No evil action. He gave you the choice. He gave you the choice to know as to whether you are using your mind or not. You are using your mind to think as to who has created you, who has nourished you, who is sustaining your needs. If you don't think and don't ponder about this, then surely you come to the conclusion, I have no God. I can do whatever I like because the God is me. The God is my desire. So for those who follow or who have made their desire to become their God, then they have made the choice to do whatever they like in this world. So he enjoys himself because he's able to do whatever he wants to do. He follow his desire. He's saying that there's no God, but actually his God is his desire, the one that he or she follows. If we follow our desire, then the desire is our God. The idols is only manifestations of our desire. So we have a God which do not order us to obey any orders. Just simply a statue, which cannot see, cannot think, cannot hear, cannot move. What more to give orders? Naturally, that God of yours with the idols will never be able to give you any orders. You can't even speak. So you like it. What you like to do is just you ask the God, which you say this idol is only resemblance of God, is not the true God, to give you whatever you want, whatever your desire want. And what your desire wants is the wealth, the money, the power. That's why every morning, those who worship the idol will pray to the idol which cannot speak, cannot talk, cannot see, cannot think, cannot move. And if he is putting some thought about it, why I should ask this God which cannot see, cannot think, cannot do? And in fact, I'm the one who bought this from the shop. Idol shops. There are shops, selling gods, idols. And there are many types. If you want a god or idol that give birth, give you to deliver a baby, and that is a god. The one who can make you rich, the one that something which is not, it's not something which is true, something that you created and cannot see, cannot talk, cannot hear, can give you a child, can give you money, can give you wealth. Naturally, that is very nonsensical. And yet, they are worshipping the idol simply because they say, I have seen my forefathers. My father and my forefathers are worshipping these idols, and we keep on worshipping the idols until today. There's no other reason other than we are following our forefathers, which we think that our forefathers are noble people, and if we do not follow worshipping the idol, then we are not following, or we are not respecting our forefathers, which we have regarded them as nobles. So they can continue, generation after generation, worshipping the idols until a prophet comes. Then we'll tell them, don't worship the idols. Worship Allah, who creates you, who nourishes you, who can give you guidance, who cure you when you are sick. But the people say, no, we are used to worship the idols. These are the practice of our forefathers. How could we deny this idol which our forefathers have regarded as our gods? So that's what Prophet Ibrahim was telling to his people. Why you have worshipped this idol who cannot give you benefit or harm, who cannot do anything to you, who can't even speak to you. So one day, in order to make his people to understand what he's talking, so he one day struck all the idols and smashes it to pieces, except one big idol. With the big idol, he put the X. So when the leaders of his people asked him as to whether he's the one who demolished all the idols, he said, no, I'm not. If ever you want to know, you can ask the big idol with the X. And then the leaders of his people were struck with astonishment, and they start seeing each other. And he told Ibrahim, you know that he cannot speak. Why you ask us to ask him? So Ibrahim a.s. was trying to make his own people to say that this idol cannot speak. That's why he does that. He did that. So that from their own mouth they say this idol cannot do anything. So they admit that the idol cannot speak, cannot see, cannot do anything. Why should you ask us? Then why should you worship them? Ibrahim says, why don't you worship Allah, who can see, who can hear you, who give you life, who give you guidance, who nourish you, sustain you? So they were, not pleased with that answer. And they say, now those who have destroyed our God shall be punished. So they give the punishment, to burn alive Prophet Ibrahim. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put them in disgrace. In spite of having so great fire, which naturally anyone who will be thrown into the fire will die. But Allah has made the other way. They threw Prophet Ibrahim in the fire, flaming fire, and yet he remained alive inside the fire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave order to the fire. O fire, cool, be cool and fine for Ibrahim alayhi salam. So Ibrahim alayhi salam said the best time of his life is in the fire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make fruits to come out from the fire, from the firewood which are made to burn Prophet Ibrahim. He was seen by people eating fruits. So the people of Namrud embraced Islam, embraced the religion of Prophet Ibrahim. So similarly with Pharaoh, trying to kill Musa. Instead of killing Musa, he was made to drown in the sea. Nobody in history ever able to kill any prophets of Allah. Have tried to kill Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they never succeed until his death. So this is a story to be learned. It's mentioned in the Quran again and again, over and over again. How all works to destroy, to kill the prophets of Allah has ended up with failure. And they are not people without power. They are kings of a country. They are powerful. They have wealth, and yet they vanish into the thin air. They die. They disappear. They are buried in the land. They are drowned in the sea. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used only mosquito to kill Namrud. He doesn't need a big fire or earthquake. It's just a small insect to enter into his nose, into his brain, and give him great discomfort. That make him to ask everybody to row in line to knock his head, because every knocking will make the pain to subside. Finally he died in a very disgraceful manner. So it is something that people have to learn from all these stories. It's not the stories of the ancient, it's the stories which bring lessons. There is God. God exists. Otherwise Namrud, Pharaoh, will continue to flourish. Why they diminished? Why they were destroyed? Who destroyed them? Aren't you thinking of anyone destroying them other than Allah? Who can destroy Namrud? Oh, the king of the world, Pharaoh. Not his followers, not Musa, but is the God of Musa and Harun. They were when Pharaoh knows that Musa is living Masr with his followers, he sends messengers all over Masr to collect people to follow him. So many people, large numbers are following him, more than the followers of Musa. Then he said to his followers, Pharaoh, we surely will be able to defeat Musa because we are large in numbers, while Musa is small. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Musa to leave Masr by night. So at noon, they reached the Red Sea. So when when Pharaoh was able to see Musa and his followers, and Musa and his followers are able to see the Pharaoh and his followers, then they say to Musa, "Oh, we surely will die because there's a sea and Pharaoh at the back. We are approaching death as in front of us as well as behind us." So Musa said, "No, we will never be drowned. We'll never be, made to be defeated. Allah is with me." So Musa never knows what will happen, but his followers was very scared that Pharaoh is chasing them. They can see from far. There are large numbers. And Pharaoh tells his followers, "We surely will be able to defeat them, to kill them. They are few in number." So then Allah told Musa, "You struck the sea with your staff." So when Musa did that, Allah makes 12 paths. The wall between each path is like a mountains. So they proceed. So when they already reach the other side of the sea, Pharaoh reached to the sea of to the Red Sea. Then he thought that path was also meant for him. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already instruct the sea. Any other than Musa and the people who follow him, no one should be allowed to follow that path. So when Pharaoh and his armies enter that path, the sea doesn't allow them, and the sea join again to become a sea, and the whole armies of Pharaoh, including Pharaoh, were drowned and died and defeated. So Pharaoh thought that he can defeat Musa. What is the history? History is Pharaoh is defeated. Namrud think that he can defeat Ibrahim. Is alone, a young boy. We will throw him in the fire. He surely will die. Will never be made to be alive again. But what happened? He remained alive. So Allah defeated the enemies of His prophets. Very easy. Everything was made at shadows. He orders Musa to live at this time, so that he make Pharaoh to live at that time, so that Pharaoh will only, when the people of Musa already reach the other side of the sea, Pharaoh just come. Everything is made timely. This is the power of Allah. Allah can do anything, everything. He's seeing, He's observing. We are thinking He's not seeing. He's not watching. And when we do any evil things, we are in a room with a girl who is not our wife, prostitute. We never think that Allah is seeing us. When we are with our girlfriend, do we think that Allah is watching us? If we think that Allah is watching, we will never be doing it. But because we don't see, He is watching. But the truth is, He's watching us every minute and every moment. He is watching us. Watching not some people, everyone. That's why Allah is all-seeing. All-seeing means His vision is limitless. Oh, we can't imagine the power of Allah. We can't even think how He can see everyone. Can see not man only, even the ants, the insects climbing the tree, the birds flying. He is the most powerful, and He is the most knowing, and He is all seeing. But we don't believe that. We don't know Him. We only know our friends. Only knows the material things of this world. We are so engrossed with the work of trying to amass this wealth of the world, then we forget that Allah is watching us and saying, Allah knows what in our bosom, what we are thinking. Either we reveal it or we don't. Allah knows. So Allah is great, not great, all great. He's so great, not so. Maha besar. Kalau dalam bahasa Melayu, if it is in Malay, we say Maha besar. We cannot translate it into English. We can say all great. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala never died. Only Allah did not die. Everyone else will die. The angels, the jinns. How strong is the angels are, how strong is the jinns are, all died. A time will come when each and everyone will die, and only Allah remain alive forever and ever. And how could we go against Him? We dare to challenge Him. We dare to challenge Him. And when we make the Titanic, we say even God cannot destroy this ship. The builder of Titanic, the one who probably the owner, he has engineers, not him, but he proudly, arrogantly sing to the world that this Titanic, even God cannot destroy it, or cannot make this ship to sunk into the sea. And that words are heard, Allah hear that words, isn't it? That simple words are being conveyed now today. When it's sunk, then the words come out. You know, that man realized he has uttered a very wrong words. Whole world knows that man uttered that word, that this Titanic ship will never sink. So Allah is great. Allah says, you challenge me, that even the Lord of the world, the God, will never be able to make this Titanic to sink. You know what happened? It sinks, it hits the iceberg, then finish. Then only ghost stories only. You can watch the movie, see how horrified were the people on that ship on the day when they are sinking. You know? Many people died. Similarly, when they built the spaceship, the Challenger, they challenged the God of the world. Then not long before it came up, it just collapsed. The Challenger, they call the name. They make atom bomb, nuclear bomb. They say the man who play God. The men who make atom bomb, nuclear bomb, they call the men who play God. Make game with God. You try to use your bomb now, will destroy others or will destroy yourself. America, got a lot of lot of nuclear bombs, atomic bomb all ready to be launched. one fear they have. It may not take off. It will just simply destroy America. Allah can make it. They want to launch it, they push a button, instead of they travel to that country which they have intended to destroy, it just fall in America and whole America. This is the thing which they dare not to do. If, because they have said wrong words. They think that with nuclear bomb they become powerful. The American president are known as the most powerful person on the planet. The American was saying. Barack Obama, whoever become president of America, known as the most powerful. What is powerful? Joe Biden. You think you mean the snake cannot bite him? Or even think can cause injury to him. He is not the most powerful man, but being told, being regarded as. One day Allah will show. America will teach them. Trump say we make America great again. When America has become great? One fellow was asked, "Oh, all the time we are great?" Someone. What time? When is America is great? Who give you the title great? God, Allah, put in the Quran. America is the great. Then I believe it. If not, it's just your own self-assessment. America is great is assessed by America. Americans themselves saying that we are great. It's wrong, to call ourselves great and all this. It's wrong. Allah do not like this. There's none who is great except Allah. Be humble. Don't be haughty and arrogant. You'll be punished. As the owner of the Titanic says, even the God will not destroy this. Aduh. So Allah listened to that words. And he is listening ever listening. Sufyan cannot be arrogant. Cannot be arrogant and proud. Cannot make jokes. We have to be humble to Almighty God. No matter how great we are, in other words, not how great, how we think we are great, like the President of America, we are not great before Allah. Everyone is small. Everyone is insignificant before God, before Allah. None can compare. Even President of America, who is the President of a country with having the largest army in the world, and yet the largest army in the world cannot save America from being destroyed by God. You see the kingdom, the Pharaoh and Namrud, they all also people who are known as the strongest men, powerful men during their time. What will happen to them? They are destroyed. So when prophets and messengers of Allah are sent, we have to obey and do not deny him. Do not go against him. Do not try to eliminate them. Must be humble, listen to what he said, and obey him. Pharaoh do not want to obey Musa because he said, Musa, he used to be my son. He was living with us. We are giving him food. And now I want to admit him as a prophet? No. He's not a prophet. He's a sorcerer. So he denied him. So what happened? Allah made him to be extinguished from this world in the most horrific manner, drowned in the sea. But Allah says, "Oh, Pharaoh, I'll make your corpse or your mummy, to be seen until the end of the world, so that people will know this other person who denied the Prophet of Allah." So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will no longer send any prophet to this world, but He will send the representative of Prophet Muhammad Sallam, which are known as the naib of the prophets. He is not a prophet, he doesn't receive revelation, but he will receive insinuation or ilham, and he will be given device upon which he will be able to know as to whether the ilham or the insinuation is from Allah or from Shaitan. So he is not a prophet, but the naib of prophet, you still have to obey him. You cannot deny him and try to go against him or to humiliate him or to destroy him. You will be destroyed. Anybody want to destroy the Prophet of Allah or the naib of the Prophet of Allah shall face punishment in this world as well as in the after. So he is coming now. The proof that he is the naib of Prophet is that he is given the knowledge of the Quran, and he is given the ability to make tafseer, interpretation of the Quran, as the evidence that shows Muhammad is the Prophet of Allah is the Quran is revealed to him. If not, he is not a Prophet of Allah. Is wahyu revealed. And the proof, evidence that I am the naib of Muhammad sallallahu is I've been given the knowledge of the Quran, the ability to interpret the Quran. If you don't follow him and try to deny him and try to destroy him, you will be destroyed. Not will be destroyed, will be utterly destroyed and disgraced, as Allah has disgraced Fir'aun and Namrud. No power in the world, no America, no Russia can ever face him. I'm telling you. No, why? Because he is with Allah, the naib of the prophets. The only sensible way to follow is to obey him, to follow what he said, and to obey his commandments, because all the commandments which are given to you are from Allah. Then only we will be safe in this world and in the after. Don't ever try to go against him. I'm warning you. If you try to go against him, not in a large scale, even in a small scale, you'll be punished. So if you dare, to be punished, then you go and try to go against him, to try to eliminate him, to try to destroy him. The Jews, if you are trying to kill him, to eliminate him, you will be destroyed. I've given you examples of the people of the past who have tried to destroy the messenger of Allah. Have they become successful in doing so? They don't. None of them. So just listen to that story. Give it a lesson. I should never go against the Prophet of Allah or the naib of the Prophet of Allah. I should only obey and believe in Allah and obey him. And in this path, I'll be successful. This is only the reminder which I'm going to give to all of you in the entire world. Because I'm not sent for Malaysia, I'm sent to the entire world as Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because I'm the representative, the wakil. So you have to read the Quran which I have interpreted and followed it, obeyed it. You have to listen to my lecture, obey it, believe in it, and do whatever I told you to do, if you want ever to become safe and successful in this world and there. If you don't wish to become so, then you can choose not to follow, and you can receive the repercussion of your decision with destruction from Allah in your life in this world as well as in the hereafter. Okay.